Katherine Moller here for another installment of Tips and Tricks. And today I wanted to give you a second tip for working on keeping your bow straight when you're fiddling. This is an issue that many of us have. This is something that I know I was still struggling with going into university even. So this is a very common issue. And one of the solutions is to look in a mirror while you are practicing so that you can see if your bow is straight or not. So what you want to do, if you're going to do that, is you want to position yourself like this so that your bridge, so this part, is as thin as possible. So you don't want to position yourself like this looking in the mirror because it's really hard for me to tell if my bow is straight. So you have to make sure that you're angled properly so that your bridge, this part, is as thin as possible. And then when you put your bow on the string, you can see if it really is parallel to the bridge or if you have it going one way or the other. Now you'll notice that my bow, you can actually see the hair right here, right? And the stick is further over. So I am not positioning my bow with the stick straight over the hair. My bow is actually tipped with the stick a little bit away, and that seems to make it easier. That's the way my teachers taught me. I mean, that's why I started doing it initially, but it seems to help with not having your bow move around quite as much. So you're going to make sure that your bridge is absolutely as thin as possible. Let your bow tip over so the stick is away from you, and you'll notice the stick is away. And it gives more stability by letting my bow tip away from me. It means that my thumb is actually hitting against the hair, and that gives me a little bit more stability, and I think that's why it's easier to control. And then as you're playing, you can see whether your bow is straight or not. So if my bow starts going at an angle, I can tell and I can bring it back. Personally, I find it very hard to actually watch in the mirror as I'm playing. So what you may want to do is play and then look in the mirror to make sure that your bow is still straight. Now you see I've gone a little bit off there. I need to come a little bit forward to keep that actually parallel to the bridge. So that is your goal, is always to have your bow parallel to the bridge, to this part of the violin. So I hope that that helps. I find this to be a challenging exercise, but it is a good one. And as I say, if you find that you can't watch in the mirror the whole time that you're playing, you could play and then stop and check in the mirror and see where your bow is. Play a bit more, check and see where your bow is in the mirror. So the mirror is still useful even if you find you can't watch it all the time. So I hope that helps you keep your bow straight, and happy fiddling.